It's as if the traveler hid, never showing its face. We can help.
Excellent. We are in your hands.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a new detailed tutorial, in this case for Destiny 1. So without further ado, let's begin. First we have the table of contents. Number 1, Basics. Number 2, General Strat. Number 3, PoE Strat. Number 4, Patrol Strat. Number 5, Live Gameplay. So let's begin. Basics. Strange coins. What are they? These coins are used to buy different exotic items from Sir, a vendor that only appears once a week on Fridays at 4 AM Eastern Time and leaves Sundays at 4 AM Eastern Time. How to get them? These rare coins can be obtained through random drop rewards and guaranteed rewards, included but not limited to completing crucible matches, completing strikes, completing bounties from different NPCs, public events, raid chests, skeleton chests, etc. General Strategy. Now that we know what are they and how can they be obtained, today I'll show you the two methods that I have researched the most where you're guaranteed to obtain these coins in the most time efficient way. I want to emphasize that these are the most efficient ways, not the only ones. There's plenty like completing bounties and speedrunning strikes, but again, this is the most efficient in terms of guaranteed reward and time. These methods can be divided in two. If you're playing solo, which I would assume is your case, and if you have a good fire team of 3. So let's begin with the latter. Prison of Elders Strategy. This method is the simplest of the two. It basically consists of specifically playing the Prison of Elders on level 28 and speedrun it to get the chest rewards. These have a chance to reward anywhere from 3 to 7 strange coins per completion, guaranteed. If you're playing with a decent team and after a couple runs while you get used to it, you should be able to complete each PoE in about 15 minutes for a good run and 20 minutes for a decent run, including the loading screens, going back to orbit and start again between 18 and 23 minutes, averaging 4 strange coins per run. Pretty simple strat. Run PoE, complete it with your fire team as fast as possible. This includes optimizing the damage for the boss, learning the bomb's location, and learning the enemy spawns. Get rewards, go back to orbit, and repeat as many times as you want. If you're a solo player and still want to try this strat, which I do not recommend, an average flawless run, meaning no deaths or wipes, should take you around 28 minutes, including loading screens and orbit, about 31 minutes per run for an average of 4 strange coins. The reason I do not advise you to run this method on solo is because the second method is way easier and more rewarding for a solo player. And second, a simple mistake on PoE can set you back at least 5 minutes. And if you're not a very experienced player, you could be looking at 40 plus minutes per run, which is not efficient at all. Patrol Strategy. The second method is specifically dedicated to solo players, which would make sense because you're playing an 11-year-old game. The strategy basically consists of leveling up your faction, the Vanguard, and the Cryptarch. Why? Pretty simple. Every time you level up one of these, you will get a reward pack, which will always contain 4 strange coins. The way we're gonna do this is with a circuit of patrols in the Plaguelands and buying materials to donate to our faction. With this method, you will on average get 21 strange coins every hour and 20 minutes, which is pretty good. So first, let's understand how leveling up the rep works. Vanguard Reputation. Every time you complete a Vanguard activity, in this case patrols, you will get a certain amount of XP towards your Vanguard rep, depending on the kind of patrol. Faction Reputation. Same as with the Vanguard, plus you can make donations to your faction. These donations can be armor mats, weapon mats, modes of lights, ammo cents, and planet mats, which will give you a certain amount of XP towards your faction rep, depending on the type of donation. Cryptarch Reputation. Every time you decrypt an engram, you will get XP towards your Cryptarch rep. So what we want to do is patrol the Plaguelands, gain XP towards the Vanguard and faction rep, gain Glimmer, go to Tower, buy mats with the Glimmer acquired, and donate the mats to our faction to level up faster. So we're gonna work with patrol circuits. Each circuit will take around 24 to 30 minutes, depending on how good you play and how fast you can complete them. But before we jump into the circuit, first let's understand the patrols. Planet patrols. Patrols are Vanguard's mini missions that appear while you are navigating any of the planets, in this case the Plaguelands. This will always appear on the same spot. However, the mission offered will always be different. You can see them by pulling out your ghost, and you can also distinguish them because it will have a flashing green light. Completing these will reward you with Vanguard Rep, Faction Rep, and Glimmer. Depending on the type of patrol, they will reward more or less of these. There is a total of 6 kind of patrols and a hidden patrol, so let's take a look. Kill patrols. This requires you to kill enemies in general. Item patrols. Same as with kill patrols, however, they sometimes require you to kill a specific kind of enemies, which will drop materials that you have to collect. Murder patrol, VIP. This requires you to go to a specific area and kill a major enemy with a yellow bar. Quarantine patrol. A 2-part patrol where first you need to kill a major that triggers the second part, which requires you to kill 2 waves of enemies, and on the 3rd wave, you will kill the last major. Surveillance patrol. Just simply go to the prompted area and look around to scan the environment. Scanning patrol. You need to go to the prompted area and use your ghost to scan it. Hidden patrol. This will randomly trigger, usually between the 4th and the 6th patrol, which requires you to do 3 unknown activities, which can be emote, headshots, melee, kill enemies in general, and open chest/gather materials. This will reward you with 2 strange coins after completion. Make sure you're familiar with the type of patrols, since they're important for the circuit. Last thing before we jump into the circuit, I would advise you 3 things. Advice number 1. Use your fastest sparrow with at least 160 speed. This to complete the circuits faster. Advice number 2. Make sure to have a ghost that detects spin metal, and another one, if it's the same one even better, that gives you extra glimmer for killing fallen enemies. I will not use that on this tutorial, but if you have it, use it. Advice number 3. If you happen to have your faction exotic class item, use it. It's not necessary, but worth the extra rep. Now that we know this, let's see how the circuit works. We want to launch a patrol in the Plaguelands. Once in, we want to complete the patrol in the first area, Lord's Watch. There will always be 2 in this area. If you get Surveillance Patrol, make sure to complete this last. This will probably send you to the next area in our circuit. If it doesn't, simply pull out your ghost and abandon the patrol. Once done with Lord's Watch, we want to head to the right to Giant's Husk. Here you will find 3 patrols. Complete them, and as advised before, if you get Surveillance Patrol, complete it last and only proceed if it sends you to the next area in your circuit. If not, abandon it. After Giant's Husk, we want to keep going to the right to Archons Keep. Here you will find another 3 patrols. Here 90% of the time, you will find a scanning patrol, which in no scenario we want to complete since it takes a very long time and rewards you very little rep. Oftentimes, all of the patrols will be scanning. Fret not, just accept one and then abandon it. This will reset the other 2 and change to another kind of patrol. Complete the patrols, and as before, surveillance last. If it's not our next area, abandon it. Then we head back to the start area. If any patrols appear on your way here, complete them, unless there's surveillance. Once in Lord's Watch, we want to go through this hole and make our way to the rocket yard. In the rocket yard, you will have another 3 patrols. In this area is where I usually get the hidden patrol. And like the other areas, if you get surveillance, leave it to the last and abandon if it doesn't send you to the next area. And lastly, we'll head to the divide. Same as with the last area, 3 patrols. If surveillance, leave it last. And that's the whole circuit. Once we finish the divide, we can go to orbit and repeat. Now that we understand what a circuit is, let's talk about cycles and how this strat works. A whole cycle is how many circuits it takes you to rank up 1 full level of your Vanguard and faction rep. It on average is 2.5 circuits, which is roughly 1 hour and 20 minutes. Every time you finish a circuit, check if you have around 20,000 glimmer. If you do, you want to do 2 things. If you have either seeds, which is a material that randomly drops when you defeat fallen, you want to go first to the reef and buy as many heavy synths from barracks as possible. After you've done this, or if you don't have any ether seeds, we want to head to the tower. Once in the tower, the first thing we want to do is head to the cryptor. Here we'll encrypt all the collected engrams and dismantle them for more glimmer and mats. Make sure to check your vault for any lost items. Once done, we want to use all the collected glimmer with the gunsmith. Here you will buy as many weapon parts as possible. After that, you want to go to your corresponding faction, in my case, that Orbit, and you will donate your heavy ammo cents for 25 XP each and 25 weapon parts for 50 XP. The reason why we buy heavy cents is because it's the most efficient resource in terms of return. You will need 25k glimmer and 100 cents to level up one rank, as opposed to the weapon parts where you would need around 62k glimmer to level up one rank as well. After we're done with our faction, we can go to the Vanguard room and collect the level up package from Ikora if we got one. Word of advice, make sure you don't level up more than one rank without claiming your reward, as sometimes it can glitch and it will not matter how many levels you ranked up, it'll only give you one package. Also, make sure to check your other character's rep. If they're close to level up, you could switch characters to get some extra packages. And that's it. It is that simple. You can do this method as many times as you want, and it's pretty simple to get to 150 strange coins a week. And at last, we have the live gameplay part of the video where you can see how it's done and learn some tricks as well. Alright, hello guys and welcome to the gameplay part of the video. Here I'll just show you a full circuit so you can see how it's done, and I can show you a couple tips and tricks on how to do it faster and whatnot. So let's just begin. Again, we begin in Lord's Watch, and here we only have two patrols. We have a kill patrol and we have an item patrol, so that's good. Again, remember, if we get any surveillance patrol, we always want to leave that for the last. And if it doesn't send us to our next area, we want to pull up the ghost and abandon it. It's as simple as that. So we had first a kill patrol, which is pretty much kill enemies in general. Doesn't matter if it's hive or if it's or if it's fallen. It's just enemies in general. So in this area, you will have 3 or even 4 spawn areas for the mobs. I'll show you in a second. There we go. So the 3 spawn or 4 spawn areas for the mobs are here. Here it always will be hive. Then after that we have here, that's a fallen. Then after that we have here, that's another fallen area. And after that, oh, it's actually 5, my bad. After that we have under this little bridge right here, and the last one, it's right here. So it's 5 total. So if you are done with an area, make sure you check the other 4. And sometimes when there's a lot of people here, there's not a lot of enemies, so make sure you are rotating between spots so you can find the enemies faster. Another advice that I could give you is that once you're done with the first patrol and still have the second patrol, what you can do is that if you don't find any enemies here and the area is kind of crowded by guardians and they're killing the enemies faster than you are, you can kill as many as you can here, and then once there's no more enemies, you can go ahead and go to the next area so you can kill the rest of the enemies in that area, because usually this is the less populated area. So yeah, that's a little advice that I give. Yeah. What else? I totally forgot before I started the gameplay to show you the loadout. What I use to do patrols, let me just stay right here. I use Stormcaller because that's very useful to clean the waves in some cases. Then after that I use the Fatebringer It can be any hand cannon really. I only use the Fatebringer because first of all it has elemental damage, and second of all it has explosive rounds and Firefly, which is very useful to clear waves. But if you have any other hand cannon that has explosive rounds or Firefly, you can use that. For example, the Imago Loop, that's a very good hand cannon as well. So yeah, that's the only reason I use this one. But any weapon really with explosive rounds, it's very useful. Even if it's a scout rifle, that's useful as well. And then I also keep a scout rifle with me because sometimes you have to have or you get like a kill enemy patrol and they're kind of far away, so instead of wasting time going up all the way there and kill them with the hand cannon, you can just switch to the scout rifle and kill them from the distance. Then after that, for the second area, we have a found verdict. That's a shotgun. Again, it can be any other shotgun that has high impact. I specifically use this because it has a perk that the last round makes deals more damage. So that's the only reason, but it can be really any shotgun that you want. Then after that, we have a rocket launcher. Here, same thing. It could be any rocket launcher. I only use this one because it has it can track the targets, so that makes it very useful for the quarantine patrols where you have to kill a couple waves of enemies. So instead of waiting for them to come in all the way down, when they're in the ship, I just shoot them and then that's it. So it can be any rocket launcher that can track their enemies, like the Galahorn, for example. Then for the armor, well, it doesn't matter a lot. I just what matters right now, it's the claws of Ahamkara, so I can just spam my grenade as much as I want. It could also be Void Walker with nothing and max the intellect and discipline. But just because I can spam more often my arc grenade, that's why I'm using this build. But again, it doesn't matter that much. The enemies are not as strong. Anywho, so let's just complete this item one. As you can see right here, there's another guardian trying to also get patrols or something. So that's what I was talking about before. Sometimes it's gonna be so crowded that you might think like, oh, I'm gonna spend so much time here, and then there's no enemies and it's taking so long. So again, that's my advice. When it's too crowded or enemies doesn't seem to respawn, just kill as many as you can and then just go to the next area and then get the rest of the enemies from that area. So we're done with Lord's Watch. Then after that, we're going to Giant's Husk. Again, remember to equip your fastest Sparrow so we can finish the circuit faster. There we go, Giant's Husk. And again, same thing. We have 3 patrols over here. They won't appear because I have an active patrol, but just completed, and then they will appear. The spawn areas for this area would be 1 here, 1 up there, 1 back there, and 3 more. 1 here, 1 on the other side of that little mountain, and then 1 up there. So 5 total. Again, once you play this like enough, you will start to learn all the spots. I'm just showing you just to show you, but yeah. So if you don't see like enemies in one spot, then just go to the other one, and then go to the other one, and then go to the other one. Enemies usually appear very often, so it's not like you're gonna run out of enemies, or not for long anyways. So again, this is an item patrol. It's pretty much the same as a killing patrol, but instead of just kills, you need to kill a specific type of enemy. Sometimes it would prompt you to be fallen bipeds. Sometimes it will tell you to be fallen alive things or something like that. So the shanks and the servitors don't count, and sometimes it will ask you to just kill shanks and servitors, so the normal fallen don't count. If that's the case, if that happens to you, that's a very good thing that I just remembered. If you get a item patrol in this area, let's say for example I grab this and it gives me a item patrol for shanks and servitors. All the areas always spawn the same enemies. For example, if you see two fallen up there, two splicer vandals up there, there will always, or yeah, 99% of the times will be two splicer vandals. If you see that in this area it only spawns two shanks, most of the times it will be two shanks. If you see in this area they spawn another two shanks, most of the times it will be two shanks. What I'm trying to say is that some areas don't have as much of the enemies as they ask you to kill. In this case would be shanks and servitors. So this area, at most it can spawn 4 shanks, which would be here and there, and it's only sometimes, right? So as you can see right here, I have 0 shanks, so it would take me a long time if I waited here to get the shank kills. What do? You go to the next area. Archons Keep have it's the area with the most shanks out of the 3 that are in this side of the map. So if you get that, just go to Archons Keep directly, kill the servitors, kill the shanks, stay there, and once you're done with Archons Keep, you can come back and complete the other 2 patrols. Don't just stay in one area waiting for the enemies to come for you, because it's gonna take a long time. So yeah, that's a great tip that I just remembered. Let's get this item patrol.
I'm going to need you to separate our enemies from any high.
All right, kill fallen shanks. Oh, there you go. So, how lucky are we? Again, that's literally what I was talking about. I just got the mission where I have to kill shanks and servitors. And so what are we doing is that we're skipping this area for now, so we can get the shanks and servitors faster. Again, it's all about time. It's all about saving time and making and doing this as fast as possible. On your way to Archons Keep in the Doom Sea, sometimes you will have 1 servitor and 2 shanks, or sometimes you will have 2 shanks. So make sure you don't skip this area if you're looking for shanks or servitors, because they always spawn right here. In this case, we were not as lucky. We only got 2 shanks, but sometimes there's a servitor. So yeah. Anywho, kill the shanks and keep going all the way to Archons Keep. Also, by the way, I'm sorry if sometimes my English is not great. I don't know what's happening with it lately, but it's been so hard for me doing the videos because I sometimes mispronounce things so badly, and I just realize when I'm editing the video. So yeah, my apologies. There we go. We have a couple shanks. Make sure we grab them. And this guy is also doing some patrols. This is the quarantine patrol, the second part of it, but I'll show you in a minute. Alright, there we go. You see, it's way faster if I came to this area instead of just sitting in Giant's Husk waiting for shanks or whatever. I also want to show you, before I grab another patrol, the spawn areas for shanks and servitors. Again, remember, most of the spawns will always spawn the exact same kind of enemies. So the spawn areas for shanks and servitors would be one right here. It's usually 1 servitor and 3 shanks. Then after that, it'll be 1 up there. That's more rare. That doesn't happen as often. So yeah, 1 up there, or in general in this area. And then the last one, that's most of the times it's there, right here. You have, see, you have 1 shank, and usually back here, there you go, there's a servitor. So yeah, these 2 spawns are the ones that are more consistent, this one and the one back there. This one in the middle, it's not as often. So yeah, if you're looking for shanks and servitors, make sure to check those two areas first. Oh, and also, my bad, I forgot. Usually a servitor will spawn over there. But again, it's not as often. We got a Warsat coming. My advice that you complete them because it gives you some more experience or whatever. It's totally up to you. Honestly, sometimes the Warsats take a little bit longer. The Fallen, what's the name? The big fucking thing. Servitor, no. Shanks, no. Fuck my life. I play this game 24 hours a day. Well, you know, the big buck for the Fallen, the big boss. The one that appears in fucking. Oh man, I can't believe it. I totally forget. It's gonna come to my mind eventually. So yeah, Warsat, it takes more time, so I wouldn't advise. If you want to do it, go ahead. But the other big thing, you can do it because it's very easy and fast to kill. Anywho, let's start. Okay, perfect. This is a great scenario. So as I said in the video, oftentimes the 3 patrols in Archons Keep will be the scanning patrols. You can see it's 1, 2, 3, the 3 of them. If that happens to you with this kind of patrols, don't worry about it. Just approach any of them, take it, wait for the guy to give you the mission, and then you can abandon the objective with pressing Y. That's it. And then we will see how after I open my ghost again, they changed. You see, it's not anymore surveillance. It's scanning. It's 1 item and 1 quarantine. So yeah, just do that whenever you see that they give you the same patrol 3 times. All right, item. Forced evolution, that's usually there you go, bipeds. So we have to kill fallen living things. So no shanks, no servitors. Not gonna lie, it's kinda empty, eh? It's usually not this empty. Oh, there you go. So you can see, you kill them. Sometimes they don't drop anything. That's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just a fucking fuck-ass game. It's all bugged. But yeah, it's not that you're doing something wrong. Toki, 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 toki. All right, perfect. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is a scenario. So for example, instead of being an item patrol, it was kill patrol. This is where I would use my scout rifle. I would just go here, switch it to the scout, and then just kill that motherfucker. You see? It's way faster and easier than climbing all the way up there. Especially if you're further away, then it saves a lot of time. Let's see. You pull your little shotgun to kill the stronger enemies, and that's it. Complete it. And the last one is a quarantine patrol. Again, get used to traveling with your sparrow as much as possible. I'm playing really slow for you to catch on what I'm doing and trying to explain as much as possible. But ideally, once you get comfortable and understand what you're doing, you would like to optimize your times and do it as fast as possible. So again, and during the quarantine patrols, you have to kill 1 major. After you kill the major, the second part unlocks. And also, you have to be very aware that during the quarantine patrols, if you don't kill the major fast enough, the first major, the second part of the patrol will cancel. So just make sure to kill it fast. And this part, I'd like to just pull my rocket and then kill the enemies before they come out, and kill the servitor with a shotgun. Same thing with the second round. As soon as they drop the bombs and they detonate, you shoot again. You see, it's very easy. It makes it way faster. So again, it drops the bombs, they detonate, you shoot it again, pull up your shotgun and kill this guy. Beaky. You see? Very easy, very fast. Nothing complicated. So we're pretty much done with this area. What I want to do is that we want to go back to Giant's Husk, and if it was a normal run, we would just go ahead and head to the beginning area. But remember that we skipped 2 patrols in Giant's Husk, so we have to complete them before we go to the next area. So again, just go back the same way you came to Archons Keep, and we're in Giant's Husk. Beautiful. I really like the quarantine patrols because they're very fast to complete, and that's one of the patrols that give the most XP. So yeah.
Take out their machine priests.
And the method I just showed you, I think is the fastest method. So you might be wondering, but why you didn't use the axe, or why you didn't use your super? I'm 100% sure that using the axe, like that one, the one that they give you right there, or using the super would be definitely slower than rocketing the fucking ship. So yeah, that's why I do it this way. Whip. Whip. Oh, and also you have to be aware that sometimes the rocket doesn't work. Why? I do not know. You shoot it and you can see how they get damaged and they won't die. So if that happens to you, it's just bad luck. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just that the game is broken. So yeah, just kill him normally. For example, right here, I don't have no more heavy synths. I mean, no more heavy ammo. I could definitely pop up a heavy synth every time, like before I complete a quarantine patrol, but I just didn't feel like it. So yeah, I mean, and if you have your super, like it's better for you to use it than spending a synth just for a patrol. And very often you get heavy ammo, so I was just unlucky here. Anywho, let's complete fuck my life. Let's complete the last patrol so we can go to the next area. Also, make sure you don't kill enemies if you don't need to kill them. What I mean by this is that, for example, if you're in the beginning area, you know that there's not a lot of enemies in that area, right? So usually your instinct would be like, as soon as you spawn, you see enemies and you shoot them, you throw them a grenade or something. Don't do that, because we don't have as many enemies. So you kill them and then you get a patrol and it's a kill patrol, and then you just wasted, I don't know, 5-6 enemies. So if you don't need to kill enemies, don't kill them unless you have a patrol going on. So for example, in that patrol that I just grabbed, you saw how I didn't kill the two vandals until I grabbed the patrol. So yeah, that's another little little tip that I give. Yeah, it might seem like something really stupid, but again, when you have to have in mind that you're gonna do this like many times. So when you add up all those like micro time wasting whatever, it adds up. So yeah, at the end of the day, you choose whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm just giving you some advices. There we go, we're done with the item patrol. So we want to head back to Lord's Watch, and there you will have a tunnel to what's the name of that area? Lord's Watch, and then am I having a stroke? Jesus Christ. Well, you will see the name in a minute. Tiki microphone. There we go. We're in Lord's Watch. We jump up here. We jump again, and we go through this hall, and this will lead us to our next area. Again, once you play this many times, you will learn the way. Don't worry if at the beginning you take longer. It's totally normal. Same thing here. Like, there's a lot of enemies. Do not waste your time trying to kill them or shoot them or whatever. Or don't waste your super on these enemies as well. Just keep running. I usually like to follow this path. You don't need to follow the exact same path that I follow. It's just that it scratches my brain in the right areas. So yeah. We're almost there. Also, I'll have to show you one glitch that happens in this area before we continue with the patrols, so you're aware of it. Alright, your rocket yard. Yeah, I totally forgot. So here, oftentimes we get a quarantine patrol, which, as you know, we have to kill a major first to unlock the second part of the patrol, right? So that major will most of the times, will be here. I think for this area there's only 3 possible spawns for the major. So what I'm trying to say is that one of them is here. But sometimes, I don't know why, the game, you know how sometimes you have like an indicator of where to go. So sometimes the game will put the indicator this way. So it will tell you to come this way. Then after you go here, it'll tell you to come this way. And I'll show you just so you be aware. It doesn't happen as often, but it only has happened to me maybe twice. But the 2 times that it happened to me, or maybe 3 times. But the first time that it happened to me, I literally wasted, I don't know, like 15 minutes trying to figure out where the fuck was he. So, for some reason, it glitches, and it tells you to come to this area. And it tells you that the fucking major is here. Behind this wall. And you're gonna be running around like, where the fuck, how the fuck do I access that part of the map? Like, am I tripping? Am I stupid? Am I missing something? For a long time, I really thought it was like a I don't know, like a hidden spot or something. I don't know, man. I really thought I was going crazy. But it was just the game that it bugged, and for some reason it told you that you had to go that way. The patrol is not bugged. Like, you can keep progressing. The only thing that you have to do is that don't go that way. The major will always be in this area. Always. It doesn't matter that the fucking thing tells you to go that way. Don't go that way. Just kill the major that it's literally right here. So yeah, that's a little advice that could save you a lot of time if you ever encounter that little issue. So we have 2 quarantines and 1 item. I'm pretty sure that you can only do 1 quarantine per area. We'll see. I'll find out because I don't really remember. But yeah, same great taste. Kill fallen foot soldiers. So captains, splicers, and vandals. So no servitors, no shanks, only foot soldiers. There we go. I totally forgot to show you the spawn areas. I'll show you in a quick second. This area is the one that has the most out of all of the areas. I mean, most spawn areas. And I'll just show you in 1 second. There we go. Perfecto. So spawn areas for this part of the map. We have 1 all the way up there that goes all the way there. Then after that, we have 2 right there. We have 3 back here. Oh, I think I have a hidden patrol. Yes, beautiful. I'll just finish showing you the spawns. We have 4 right here, 5 right here, 6 right there. Go all the way here. 7 right here and 8 right there. So that's generally the spawn areas for the enemies in this area. Again, it's not very specific, like they can just run around and stuff, but usually you will find the enemies in that area. Perfect, so we just completed our that was 2 plus 3 5 plus 3 8. I think we just completed our 8th patrol, and as you can see right there, if I pull up my ghost, I get no patrols anymore. That's because I just got the hidden patrol, right? That patrol, it's given to you randomly after the 6th or the 8th patrol, somewhere around that range. And you pretty much have to complete 3 unknown activities. It's usually, and most of the times, and I've never seen it change, one of 5 activities, if I'm not mistaken. So the first one is kill enemies in general. The second one is kill enemies with precision, precision shots. The third one would be generate orbs. The fourth one would be dance or emote in general. And the fifth one would be open either chest or recollect materials. So as you saw right there, I don't know if you missed it, I emoted and it completed the first challenge, as you can see right there, and now I'm prompted with the second challenge. So again, try to memorize those 5 options. I'm pretty sure it's 5, it's not more than 5. This guy. Let's add him. Let's add him. You gave me a card. Gotta love Destiny. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's only those 5 options. So try any of those 5 and you will get it eventually. So what I like to start with, it's emoting first. And if that doesn't work, I go to general kills. So I would just kill an enemy in general. And if that doesn't work, I move on to precision shots. And for that, I just switch to my scout rifle, because it's way easier than my hand cannon because of the explosive rounds. Fuck my life. There we go. Perfect. That did it. So if that didn't do it, then I would go to fuck my life. Then I would go to collecting materials, and that's where your ghost comes in clutch. Make sure you get a ghost that has a spin metal sensor, so you don't run around for 30 minutes trying to find the materials. The ghost simply prompts you where the materials are. That's vital. If you don't have one yet, try to pull one ASAP. And if that doesn't work, the last thing I do, it's the super. Again, for the super, make sure you get a super that it's useful to add clear, because for the generate orbs, you have to generate multiple, not only one. So and I think I'm totally crazy. So for example, for the hunter, first of all, I wouldn't use anything that is not my warlock for doing this strat. But sometimes you have to do, because your other characters are near to level up, so you have to do it, right? So for hunter, what I would use as the super would be the arc one, you know, because that way you can travel anywhere, and you're not tied to the pistol, or you're not tied to shooting the arrow in the right place, because sometimes the enemies are spread around. Then for the Titan, I would use the hammer, and then for the warlock, that's why I use the storm caller, because it's very good to generate multiple orbs. Anywho, we just completed the second enigma, and we have the third unknown challenge. Again, same order. What I do first is that I kill an enemy in general. Toki. Doki. Doki. If that didn't work, we already know that emote we already did, so that cannot be again. And precision kills we already did, so that can't be again. So we're only left with gather materials and super. So I'm almost sure that it's gonna be gather materials. It's rarely super, rarely. It's not gather materials. Let's see if it's opening chests. Sometimes it can be just opening chests, so that's why I did it. So I guess it's gonna be the super. Let's go to this area where usually there's more enemies. Not in this case, no. Well, we don't have as many. Let's hope that this is enough. So let's see. Oh shit! Am I missing something? Am I drunk? Oh no, yeah. Oh, I for a second I thought that it was not working. I was tripping. There you go. So after you complete it, it'll give you 2 strange coins. Sometimes I don't know why it gives you 3 for some reason, but most of the times it's 2 strange coins. Anywho, as you can see, we completed the hidden patrol, and finally we can see the rest of our patrols. So yeah, just try to memorize again the 5 activities that you have to do, and it'll be pretty easy. So quarantine patrol, again, kill 1 major, perfect. Rocket, I mean not rocket yard. This area. Again, let's see if it glitches, so I can show you the fucking glitch. Yes, there you go. Perfect. Oh, beautiful. You can see right there up in the map, if you can see that it's telling me to go this fucking way, and it doesn't show me that the fucking stupid major is right here, right? So again, what would you do is that you would go that way and think it's that way, but the fucking captain is right here. So I'm having a lot of luck showing you all the glitches. So yeah, if that ever happens to you, you now know what to do, because it's very fucking annoying. Again, once that's done, the ship will always spawn right here. Just pull up your fucking rocket and do as we always do with this patrols. Doki, 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 doki. God damn, son. The fuck? I don't have no more. Oh, that was a terrible fucking nade. I don't have no more heavy. And the nade was terrible. The worst nade that I've ever thrown in my life. But we can still get him. And this is the last Diki. Switch to the shotgun and kill the captain. Beautiful. Perfect. Awesome. And as you can see right there, before we used to have 2 quarantine patrols, but now it's only 1 quarantine patrol, and it switched to kill patrol. So yeah, I'm not crazy. You can only have 1 quarantine patrol per area. So if you get prompted with 3, as awesome as that would be, it's not possible. Once you complete 1 of them, it'll switch to another kind of patrol. Alright. Again, if you don't get no more enemies right there, don't stand right there. Like, don't wait for enemies to spawn. Just go to the other spawns, and keep killing enemies. Alright, no more enemies over here. Go right here. Doki. Doki, doki. 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 Oh, fuck. Perfecto. So we're all done with the rocket yard, and now we can just keep going to our last area all the way up here. This is normal, it always loads right there, and we are in the divide. So again, here 3 patrols, 1, 2, 3. In this case, I got prompted with 3 VIPs. I think it's possible. I don't think that after you complete 1 of them, the other 2 switch. but we'll find out. So the VIPs, there's only 2 VIPs in this area, and they will always be in the same area and be the same VIP. So again, once you know where they are, and you know, like, it'll be way faster. The order, it's totally random, so it can be either or. I just totally guessed that this was the one that it was gonna prompt. So as you can see right there, one of the VIPs changed. So instead of getting the other VIP, I got a item patrol, which is totally fine. If I could say that I've found a pattern in terms of where the VIP is gonna spawn, is the farthest one from the patrol, or from the point that you activated the patrol. I'll show you in a second. As you can see right there, I literally guessed the second spawn, because it's usually that way. It's not always that way, but most of the times it is. So again, here I just like to pop my super whatever, and clean the VIP. Pretty easy. So once you're done with that, again, what I was saying before is that, for example, if you get the VIP right here, usually the VIP would be all the way up there, and if you get the VIP up there, the VIP will be here. And if you get the VIP up there, the VIP most of the times will be, sorry, that way. So yeah, that's usually how it works. But again, it's just I'm being too picky. That saves you like 2 seconds tops. Anywho, we have a kill fallen patrol. This is any fallen in general. They would drop this actuators. It could be shanks or shivers or whatever. I totally forgot to show you the spawn areas too. I'll just show you in a second. As you can see, any kind of enemy works for this patrol. Also, Happy New Year, guys. There you go. Beautiful. So we are done with our patrols. Yay. Lastly, I'll show you the spawn areas for this area. We have one right here, which is always servitor and shank. So if you're looking for a servitor or a shank, it will be right here. Another one back there, it's always 2 shanks, always. Another one up here in the ceiling, or under right there. Most of the times it's going to be bandals. One more over there, one more over there, one more in the ceiling, and one last one, or 2 last ones, sorry, over here, one there, and all the way to the back. As you can see, usually spawns a servitor. In case you're looking for one, there you can get another servitor. And yeah, I think that's it. Usually, sometimes, very often, you get a surveillance patrol in this area. So I again always leave that last, and the surveillance patrol for this area always, and I'm talking about always, will spawn in the area we just left, the rocket yard, always. So if your last patrol it's surveillance, you can already know that you're gonna pull up your sparrow, and you will always come back to the rocket yard, and we will always jump up here. Fuck my life. Jump up here and just look around, always. But yeah, in this case, it was not surveillance, and we didn't get as many surveillance. Again, if you get surveillance and it doesn't send you to the area we're trying to go, we just want to abandon it. And sometimes you get a very bad log where you get so many surveillance patrols that don't go to the areas we're trying to go. So that's just RNG, that's just bad luck, and there's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, again, it totally, the amount of XP that you gather, it's totally up to RNG. Let's say that in every area you get at least one quarantine patrol and one VIP patrol. That's gonna be a way better run than if all of the patrols are, I don't know, surveillance patrol, for example, right? So it's totally up to RNG, but that doesn't affect that as much, this method. All the numbers and all the, the averages, again, are averages. Sometimes you will get more XP and more strange coins. Sometimes you will get less, so that's why it's an average, right? And I think that is all from me, Guardians. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you find it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe please, so I can just keep uploading more of this content that you guys like, and share it with your friends so we can grow this community. Also, I just opened a Discord server to find more Guardians to play Destiny 1 with. So if you want to join, that'll be always in the description, as well as my social media, and I'll leave it pinned in the first comment of this video. And I think that's it, Guardians. Thank you very much again for watching, and I'll see you next time.